What's going on a Wednesday? How is everybody? Here's what we're going to do. Jesus, Roberto. We're going to get to the Lions at 3. Can I have 1 hour? Can I just have 1 hour where we can just settle something we've been talking about off air? And then 3 o'clock, we'll fulfill all of your Lions, Lamar Jackson needs that apparently exist for some reason I'm not aware of. We have audio. We've got CBS Sport, pimping the Lions again. But I wanted to start with something. It's something I thought of. It's something we quickly chatted about the other day here. And I'm like, look, can I just have one segment with this? And it's not me being mean. And it's not anything that is going to happen. It's just a question I have for you as a fan of a certain team, that if I gave you an option, would you take it? So it's clear. Obviously, Michigan State we'll talk about tomorrow because they're in the tournament. Michigan is not. But, Juwan Howard can't win a close game. The team was primarily a disaster this year. They've underachieved the last couple years. And if you take this COVID thing as its own thing and separate it, he hasn't done a good job at Michigan. And then I sat there and I saw Rick Pitino go to St. John's. And I'm like, that's a home run. Pitino's a lot of things. Dirtbag, morally bankrupt, vampire, number of things. But Rick Pitino, he's going to win there. He will win at St. John's. He will win probably bigger than you give it credit for. And I started thinking, I'm saying the people. Yes. No, you and I are. Our only argument is you think Ed Cooley's Black Jesus. We'll get to it. I want to make a point here.
It's Bleezus.
Bleezus Christ. But, if I'm a Michigan fan and I go, hey, right now, Juwan Howard or Rick Pitino, who would you take for the next 3 years at Michigan? Am I nuts for saying I'd take 70-year-old Rick Pitino? Is that insane Sparty talk?
I don't think you are, because Rick Pitino knows how to do one thing: win.
And build a roster quick.
At all cost and a quick turnaround. There is no give me 5 years, give him about a year and a half. Next year at St. John's may be a write-off, may be a write-off.
Right.
I think St. John's in the tournament next year. Probably make a play in the play-in game, but that's a start for that, where that program is right now. And in year 2, yeah, we're going to probably be talking about he's going to do what we thought Penny Hardaway was going to do at Memphis and just turn that thing around quickly.
Well, it's funny because Penny and Juwan are kind of the same thing. They're guys learning on the job, NBA pedigrees, big names at their local community. But look, we talked about State on Monday. We're going to talk about them again tomorrow. And we're going to do a bunch of Lions today because we have to. But I'll be damned. David, you sit here every day and work with us. I brought this up to you yesterday, and you were just like, I'm not speaking to you. But Pitino walked into that press conference, suited up. Yep, going to be a ton of new players here. I'm telling most of these guys they don't fit what I do. I'm going to be a square peg in a round hole. He named the best player on the team captain, and he's like, I'm going shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Rick Pitino at 70 has a better shot at getting something done than Juwan Howard. Is that just Sparty chatter, or are you with me on this?
No, it's not Sparty chatter, but let me say this first because I know what some people are going to say.
You're not a real Michigan fan.
I am giving Juwan another year.
We know this.
But on surface, Pitino is a better head coach than Juwan Howard, and I want to win. So, yes, I would take Pitino.
Right, so in a year where Michigan's never going to fire Jim Harbaugh, they're never going to fire Juwan Howard. They have this weird culty Michigan man thing. But if I gave Michigan fans control of their program, wouldn't they have launched Juwan out of a cannon for Rick Pitino? You already tried to hire him about 15 years ago.
And can you get over the fact that chances are it's not going to end well?
Doesn't need to.
Right, but during that time period, he's going to run his system. And they're going to win. I remember the days at Louisville where Louisville was the number 1 overall seed. He left. They haven't been the same since. I mean, think about it. He's so good, he won at Kentucky and Louisville. Same state. That doesn't happen that often.
Dude, he won at Providence.
Yeah, wherever he goes,
Except
he
the Celtics,
wins.
he wins. Yes.
Well, you know what? A lot of college coaches can't make that. Only Jimmy Johnson can do that.
But I wanted to know before we dive head on and really put the Michigan thing in the rear view. But Rico and I had this argument with Ed Cooley, who, look, I mean, Ward probably did him a solid, got him a raise, called him up. You know, he went back to Providence. Cooley's going to Georgetown. Pitino's going to St. John's. And the Pitino thing, you put him at Michigan now, even at age 70, 6 years after the scandal at Louisville, far enough away. I go, it's not even close. He would do more damage than Juwan. Not even close. That brand behind Rick Pitino?
Yeah, because Rick's going to go out there and he's going to steal players. Because, basically anybody that Tom wants, Rick's probably going to be like, come play for me. Block him. Don't go to state. Oh, you're going to Ohio State. No, you're not. You're coming to Michigan now. Oh, you're going to be going to Kentucky? Nope. Go ahead and redirect that flight.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor.
I just want to know if you're a Michigan fan, all 7 of you. If I gave you the choice right now, you can keep going down the road with Juwan, or you could have hired 70-year-old Rick Pitino, dealt with whatever you have to deal with. You're going to deal with a lot of PR problems. You're going to deal with a guy who's gotten in some scandals. You're going to deal with a guy who is 70. But to me, it's not even close. And I know there was no conversation here. I know it was never happening because your school is not firing one of its own. But isn't it just blatantly obvious? Like St. John's was able to go out and get a better coach than you. That should never happen. And I'm kind of just look at the way they lost the NIT. It was Juwan personified. Late game collapse, late game ineptitude, situational malfeasance, and it's another one-possession loss where Juwan is what now, 1-13 career?
Yeah, I mean, Mike, I think I forgot the amount of times, but they had an 80% chance of winning in like the final minute, and they lost it. And I want to say it happened double-digit times. David, I don't know the exact number. Rieger knows because he was just spewing it, like yelling in my phone. But, yeah, your final minute, make your free throws, dribble the ball out, go shake hands. You win. And I'm watching it at the end of that game. Turnover, and you just lost. Wow.
And Michigan had their shot at this guy when he got fired from the Celtics. That was Bill Martin on his boat, wasn't it? He didn't answer his cell phone or whatever it is. He went to Louisville. But I wanted to ask the question to the people. I just want to know, in a hypothetical world, isn't it a no-brainer? You'd hire 70-year-old Rick Pitino with all his problems over Juwan Howard? Or do you still believe Juwan is the long-term solution here where he's just going to get it right, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be a Fab Five revival, etc.? Because, guys, I got to be honest with you. The COVID year, the further we get away from it, it looks fake as hell for all sports. It really does. And once you take that out and you look at year one, they weren't making the tourney. Last year, 19-14, great. You got a nice draw. You won a couple of games. You know I don't value Sweet 16s. I'm not doing a cartwheel states in the Sweet 16. I'm happy to watch the games. I'm happy for the team. But I'm not going to sit here and act as if, hey, the program is not on a good run, and then I'll be the guy who pipes up and goes, but we made the Sweet 16. No, that's not me. And this year they were a clown car. The recruiting is nowhere, and now they're going to be a portal team. They're just going to build it on the fly. They're going to try to do what Eric Musselman does at Arkansas. Okay.
No, I look at this team.
Is Pitino's age the thing that would scare Michigan fans away?
No, I don't think it's the age. I think it's the baggage, because you want to be considered squeaky clean. You don't want to be that program with that guy that you got so desperate, you sold your soul, and you brought in Pitino.
He wears a white suit.
Mike, the fact that the man took Iona to multiple tournaments, like every place he goes, he wins.
He loves patios after hours.
Yeah, maybe Wojo could take him to the Knights.
See, what you just said, Rico, you're right. Some Michigan fans will be scared off, but for that reason is why I'm not scared off for the age reason. Go do what you need to do quickly, get it done, win.
Okay, because here's the thing. Here's why I would say yes. The Iona job, he didn't take that as semi-retirement. All right, this is my last paycheck. All right, guys, I'm here. I didn't want to be here. You guys probably thought you were going to be playing in bigger schools, but we're here. Now let's go win.
Yep.
And that's what they did.
By year 3, he had, 28-win season?
Yeah.
NCAA tournament.
He's still got the drive. He's still got the passion. That absolutely. I expect to see St. John's in the Sweet 16 maybe in 2 years.
Just wondered. Just something I know we got to do the football.
Unless they get beat by Georgetown.
Oh, man, I can't wait. We should really be at that first game at Madison Square Garden. I feel like it's going to be a showdown for us. But, yes, we'll have a lot of state stuff tomorrow. We do have a Sweet 16 draft we're going to do today, talk a little bit about state. But the Michigan thing, it's really just something that's been going on in the background here. And we both knew Juwan wasn't going anywhere. And I don't even know if that would be appropriate. I just wanted to know your faith level in your head coach. And when you see Rick Pitino hired by St. John's, it was hard for me to look at it and go, he just signed a 6-year deal. I feel like I would take whatever he's going to do at St. John's over whatever Juwan's going to do here. That's just how I feel. I'm not going to lie to the audience, and I don't know if I'm going to be right.
But, Mike, he's got the history. I mean, like I said, every place this man goes, he turns
wins.
around programs and wins. And not only wins, becomes feared. Like, you didn't want to play Ion in the tournament because there was a good chance you were going to lose that game.
248-539-9797.